What's up everyone, this is Shul aka Alt Crypto Gems, and today I've got an exciting new video for you guys. I found out this indicator is basically two indicators that are showing a perfect entry on a lot of trades that I've been doing lately. So I thought let's make a video about it and share it with you guys. So I'm using this on tradingview.com on the 5-minute time frame chart, and it's going to be two indicators that I'm going to be showing you guys, and I'll also be showing you some examples of trades that I've been doing and some examples of trades that you should not be opening. Now before we start, be sure to follow me on Twitter. It's at AltCryptoGems, and like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to start trading and you don't know where or how to yet, then be sure to sign up on Bybit. I'll be leaving a link in the description as they're giving away 30,000 deposit bonuses right now. This is basically the place where I'm trading as well. So let's get on with the video. Now, like I said, we'll be going to tradingview.com and we'll be using the 5-minute time frame chart, and we're going to add two indicators. What you first want to search for is the Heiken Ashi RSI oscillator, which is this one, and we're going to be using the Chaikin money flow. Those are the only two indicators that you're going to need right now. Basically, the idea is going to be whenever the candles are in the green zone or the red zone, depending on the long or short, and we're crossing the zero line over here on the Chaikin money flow, then we're going to be opening a trade. Now, how can we make it a bit more clear? Go to the settings of the Heiken Ashi one and deselect the RSI histogram, the RSI shadow, and the RSI overlay. For the rest, you can leave it all default and we'll be good to go. So when are we going to open or close a trade? I'll be showing you examples later on in this video, but just to show you first when to open a long or short position. So this is an example of opening a long position. What we're going to look at first is the Heiken Ashi, and once we enter the green area, the green little box below, once we enter that, then we know indicator 1 has hit. What we're then going to have a look at is the Chaikin money flow. Once the green line crosses the zero line, which is the line in the middle, the white one, once we cross, which we did over here, then we are opening a long position. Now, when will we be opening a short position? It's the other way around. So what we need to look at is once the Heiken Ashi enters the red zone, which is over here, we started out coming into the red zone over here. Once that's happening, we know indicator 1 has been hit. What we're then going to look at is the Chaikin money flow. Once the green line crosses the zero line, the white one, but then below the line. So over here, as you can see, we were above the zero line and over here we crossed it. So this will be a place where we'll be opening a short position. Now, there are two times where this indicator is going to show like we need to buy, but there are two times where you need to actually not take the trade and not buy. Now, an example of this will be over here. What we see is we enter the green area, and we're then going to look at the line. And as you can see, the line is below the zero line. So we're not going to open a trade. Now, say this trade was happening, but we are already above the zero line, we would also not be opening a trade. Now, a better example of this, or a more clear example, will be sort of over here. As you can see, we were hitting a few candles nearly into the green area, but the line was already above the zero line. So at this point, we would not be opening a long position. And the same goes for a short position. Once we enter the red area, but the line is already below the zero line, then you do not want to open a short position. So let me show you some examples of trades that we would have opened. Now, for example, this one, we would see the Heiken Ashi is entering the green zone. So at this point, we'd say we need to pay attention because we might have to open a long position. So as you can see, the line was below the 0 point, so we would not be opening a trade. And over here, it crossed the line. And at this point, we would say we can open a trade. So let's say it crossed the line over here. So you would be opening a trade somewhere around this area. Now, what will we be trading? Let's say you opened a long position over here, then my advice would be to have the stop loss at the previous lower low and the take profit at around, it depends on how much risk you want to take, but you can actually get up to 2 to 3 to 4 times the risk to reward ratio. So even at this point, if you said you would take a risk reward ratio of 4, you would actually have hit this trade and you would have made a lot of money. Now, you can also say I'm going to do a more safe one, risk reward ratio of 2, but those are quick scalps right now. And as you can see, the trade would have hit with a big profit as well. Now, let me show you another example of a long position. for example, over here, we'd be entering the green area over here. So at this point, we know we need to pay attention and see whether we can open a trade. Now, as you can see, the line is below the 0 line, so we would not be opening a trade yet. And at the time it crosses, so around here, we would have been opening a long position. So let's say you started over here and the stop loss will be around the previous lower low. So let's say over here. And with a risk reward ratio, like we said, if you want, you can take it up to 4 to 5, depending on how much risk you want to take. If you actually hit that risk reward ratio of 5, you would have closed the trade over here, which would have been in insane amounts of profit. But like as you can see, you could have even turned it down and put it up to 3 to 4 or maybe 3.5, which you would have hit over here already. You would have opened the trade at 17.05, and if you would have the risk reward ratio of 3.5, you would have closed it already 1.5 hours later. So once again, this one would have been an insane sniper entry and you would have made a good amount of profits. Now here's an example of a short position that we would have opened. As you can see, we're entering the red zone over here and the Shaiki money flow is still above the 0 line. So we would not be opening a short until over here when we are crossing down the line. So we would have opened a short at around here. So pretty much in this candle. So let's say we opened a short position here pretty much halfway through. And we would put the stop loss at the little bit above the previous high. With a risk reward ratio, once again, of around 2 to 3, depending on the amount of risk you would take. If you would take 3, then at this point you would already have hit your target and you would have made money. And this is around a trade that would have been open for a little bit more than 3 to 4 hours. So this one, once again, would have been a profitable trade and a pretty quick one as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. Once again, to summarize, once we enter the red zone, you're going to want the green line to go below the 0 and then open a trade. You do want to look at the market always, obviously, and you want to see whether it's a correct trade to enter. But usually this trade has around a 66% win rate right now. So that will mean with a risk to reward ratio of 3 to 4 that you'd still be making quite a lot of money. That's why I call this the sniper entry indicators. And if you want to open a long position, be sure to wait until we're entering the green zone. And once we cross the line above, then you want to open a long position. Like I said, be sure to follow me on Twitter at altcryptogems. And if you want to start trading, then go to Bybit. The link will be in the description. And that way you're able to get up to 30,000 deposit bonuses. Thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to like the video and see you guys at the next one.